member from Grand Prairie Smoky, followed by Edmonton Southwest.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In my constituency of Grand Prairie Smoky, we're having an increasing number of complaints from property owners where hunters are driving by, shooting animals on private property, and then trespassing to retrieve their trophies. To the Minister of Justice, what are you doing to make sure the regulations in these areas are being followed?
Honourable Minister of Justice.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Our Fish and Wildlife offices are very active. In fact, there's been every year there's roughly 40,000 enforcement-related actions through this level of law enforcement. That being said, Mr. Speaker, just like any other level of law enforcement, a lot of it is largely complaint-driven. And if this member or anybody else sees something going on, I encourage them to call the 24-hour Report a Poacher line at 1-800-642-3800. And Mr. Speaker, if you didn't hear that, that's 1-800-642-3800.
For a supplemental.
Well, again, to the same minister, when is your ministry going to increase the penalties for these indiscretions? Because I do believe that these are being reported, and I think the penalties need to be severe enough that there is action taken.
Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. This is a matter that we do take seriously at Alberta Justice. Currently, the violation that this member talks about has a $50,000 fine and/or a one-year jail term. That's a one-year jail term, even just for a first offence, Mr. Speaker. So we are not currently looking at increasing these penalties, but I would not rule out that possibility sometime in the future.
Final supplemental.
And just to the same minister, we are still continuing to hear of not enough members in our communities. So does the minister have any priorities as to hiring to make sure that we're populating officers in rural areas? Thank you.
Mr. Minister.
Thank you again, Mr. Speaker. So far this year we've hired an additional 11 Fish and Wildlife officers, and there's additional recruitment underway to hire an additional 10 Fish and Wildlife officers. This is something that we do take very seriously, and I thank the member for his inquiry.
Yeah.